It's like 2 something in the morning. I was woken up at 2 in the morning to Elijah screaming his bloody head off. Nothing could console him. Absolutely nothing. Until I realized he was being haunted in his dreams. Every time he would fall asleep, he'd wake up screaming and crying. And I had the lights on. And then finally I turned the lights off because I thought maybe that would help him sleep. And I saw a dark figure on our ceiling. And then when I turned my other light on, I realized there was nothing to create that darkness. And that's my bra over there. And actually it's part of this whole thing. So are those scratcher tickets. I don't know why, but I felt the urge to buy scratchers on the way down. And I didn't scratch them yet until just like maybe 10 minutes ago. And now I know why I got them. And as I was driving down, I got so tired. I couldn't keep driving. I was so tired. Like really tired. All of a sudden, it just hit me. And I was like, I didn't want to fall asleep at the wheel. But where are you going to pull over to be safe, you know? It's me. If it was just me, I would sleep in the car. But it was my infant as well. I can't do that. So I had to spend money I don't have on a room that I didn't want to sleep in. I'd rather be home. And being woken up at 2 in the morning by my screaming infant, trying to quiet him. And I'm like, here I am trying to sleep because I can't drive. And now I can't sleep because I'm being haunted. Now it's 2:13. Yeah, around this time is when I woke up. I think maybe that's when this man was murdered. So there's a lot of spirits around here. And I knocked most of them out because they're just, they're not as thick and heavy. They're more just like lingering. But there's this one in particular. And he was sitting right there. I finally just broke out the cards and I was like, and I didn't want to. I was like, I really don't want to talk to you. And I started doing my scratchers. And I won absolutely nothing except for like $5 on a $2 scratcher. Right? And I'm like, wow, that's brutal. And then I realized this guy, I was like, this guy's a gambler. And he finally sits down and he's pissed. And of course everyone who's stuck is pissed or sad or depressed or whatever, scared. It's always a heavy, heavy, heavy energy. As the story unfolded, I finally broke out the cards. I was like, fine. But I took the angel deck. I didn't want to deal with, because I didn't know what I was dealing with at first. But underneath all of it, all the heavy energy, the scary energy, is a hurt man with a story. So this man, this King of Cups, he's heavily burdened. And I said, why are you heavily burdened? He said, because the magician turned his world upside down. And where's the other card? Dedication. I realized he had taken out a loan. And I was like, is this a loan shark situation? Right? And then I find out that not only did he take out this loan, but this was a man he thought he could trust. And it turned out he was not someone he could trust at all. And he ended up murdering this guy, his supposed friend. Whoever this man is, this magician, murdered this King of Cups over here. Murdered him. For his woman. And then I was asking more questions, And it was like he was trying to get the money. So he was gambling, or he took out a loan or something from his friend, trying to get married. He never got married. He was super happy with her. It was like a new love beginning, but the celebration never happened. He was murdered. And he hasn't been able to heal from this. And this man stole this woman, and she had no idea. He comes in consoling her, oh, I miss him too, blah, blah, blah. And come to find out, she never found out. She ends up going with this guy and, spending her life with this man. And the whole time, this guy's here, stuck. He's stuck because he sees this whole thing playing out. His best friend or his brother, someone really close to him in his home, really flipped him over. I think the guy was a sociopath, smiling to his face like, I care about you, I care about you. And all the while he was plotting and scheming to steal from him. Theft. This Queen of Wands energy took his whole thing away. Screw. That's why he feels unlucky. And he's been reflecting on his unluckiness. And that's why I couldn't win a goddamn, pardon my language, a damn thing. And I'm like, what in the hell is going on? So in his state, he's determined and he's juggling these thoughts and these things going on. Like, why am I not lucky? Why did she end up happy with this guy? This guy's a scumbag and a murderer, and she didn't even know. And here, this best friend's coming over. Oh, let me console you. King of Cups is gone. Let me console you. It must have come across as an accident or something. I think it was like a workplace accident or something like that. Absolutely disgusting. And I'm trying to help him cross over. And he's not ready. He's stuck. He doesn't feel right. He doesn't feel right about crossing over yet. I don't think he feels like he deserves it. Maybe he feels too unlucky. I tried to tell him he could cross over and start again. Maybe just don't gamble in the next lifetime. Famous last words, right? So what I've decided to do is we are going to transfer his energy. I don't know which one this is. This might be the owl. I was trying to give this to my new neighbor. Well, maybe my new neighbor. And, why did I say my new neighbor? I really don't know if I really want to move out there. I'm traveling back from checking the place out. And, she's like, no, you keep it. It's breakable and I'll break it. She's like, it's beautiful though. Yeah, it is this one. I was going to give her this one. And she said, no, you keep it. It's a little purple owl. I think that's this man. So I'm going to transfer his energy into this little object. And I'm going to keep him with me for a little while. Because he can't leave on his own. He's stuck. And I'm going to take him with me and bring him around, and maybe he'll finally get to a point where he's light enough to leave because his soul is too heavy with burdens. He's just like 10 of wands, 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 10 of... You see what I mean? It's just burden after burden after burden. And he can't lift himself up on his own. I've expelled the light. You ever seen a dragon and they blow fire? Picture a dragon opening its mouth, and it's the light of God, and you can choose to cross over. And he's so heavy he can't. So I'm going to take him with me for a while and see if we can't help him out. I think the railroad is something significant. I think maybe he worked on the railroad. And I say that because when I pulled out my penny, I was pulling out a penny to do the scratchers, and I have a bunch of change in my wallet. But this is the one that I picked. It's from the train park in Colorado. And I just came from a property that's right by the train tracks. You know, when you got no money, you work with what you have. So the property is less than desirable, but it's a good starting point when you got barely anything, right? I feel like that was this man. He was trying to get a leg up. And he was murdered by someone very close to him, maybe even in his home, who stole his woman. Now that man, that magician who just totally destroyed him, I'm trying to let him know, like, he's gonna get his karma. His next lifetime is probably gonna be quite shit. Regardless of how happy he seemed in that lifetime with his, best friend's girl, he's gonna reap what he sowed there. But he's not our focus. The King of Cups is. And I think he's finally feeling heard. My ear was itching. I wasn't listening to him, so my ear started itching and burning. Because I'm tired, man. I don't want to be doing this right now at 2 a.m. I want to be sleeping. But I finally had to stop. I'm playing healing frequency music, and I just had to do the reading, and then I had to actually listen to him, because I was a little bitchy at first, and that's not fair. So I had to stop and really just listen to him. And he spoke. He told me a lot here. Okay? There's a lot of intricacies amongst this reading as well, and anyone who watches this, can you please pray for this man, this King of Cups energy? Pray for him that he crosses over and he finds peace. I tried to tell him that haunting people in a hotel room is really not a way to build brownie points. All that horrible shit happened to him. He could have died, crossed over, and been really lucky in the next lifetime, because all this garbage would have had to been balanced out. It would have to. But instead, he chose to stick around and inflict pain and suffering and fear. I know this because he did it to my infant son, trying to scare the shit out of him, all because he's feeling that way. And I think that's just going to neutralize his next lifetime. He's not going to be great, and it's not going to be awful. It's just going to be work. And that's a lesson to everyone. When God gives you lemons, when the universal energy of everything that is and is not, the infinite, when this energy gives you lemons, and you turn around and step on them and scream and cry and blah, 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 you're just hurting yourself. When you get lemons, it's an opportune time to start learning how to use lemons properly. There's so many things you can do with lemons. You can clean, you can cook, you can make things smell nice, right? You can use it on your skin. You can do all sorts of stuff with lemons. Just don't get it in your eyes, Why am I talking about lemons, dude? This owl man. Alright. You're loved, okay? You're coming with me. I'm going to do some prayers, and I'm going to help his energy transfer into this little object so that he can come with me until he feels safe to cross over. Because right now he's attached to this hotel, which, to be honest, I would not want to be stuck here. I don't even want to be here for the night. The guy was nice enough, but the room is not very clean and tidy. Even though it looks clean and tidy on the surface, there's a lot of dirt here. And I found a little bug. So, he's torturing himself by staying here. And I'm going to help relieve that. So if you out there are watching this, if you can say a prayer for this man and help him heal and help lighten the load for him and send him good vibes, I'm sure he would appreciate it. He's had a rough time of things. Haven't we all, sir? Haven't we all? Okay? It's how you handle your tests and your challenges that makes you a winner or a loser. My grandpa taught me that. Okay? It's how you handle it that makes you a winner or a loser. Shit's gonna fly your way. How are you handling it? Okay? All right. To those I owe a reading to, I'm getting on it. I know I said this week, and I will. I have a few more days before the week is out. It's just been a little hectic. And I'll do more readings as well on the channel. Again, it's just been a little hectic. So, all right. I love you. Can I get some sleep now? I'm exhausted. I'm gonna do this thing and maybe he'll let me sleep now. Okay.